Hello, everybody, and welcome to season 2 of the X Factor with the Crypto Hipster. This is your host, Jamil Hassan, the Crypto Hipster, and I want to thank you for tuning in. This is going to be an amazing new season. Last year, we had 20 amazing, wonderful episodes, and I want to give a special thanks to Crypto Hipster Publications. Uh, they've published 69 books so far, and they renewed my show for a brand new season. Thank you, Crypto Hipster Publications, for all the amazing work that you do. And let's kick things off. Let's go. We out. Oh, boy, there's so much to talk about. But the first thing that we're going to lead off with, U.S. authorities are going to intensify the scrutiny of the crypto industry in 2023. Crypto's global. I don't know how effective you're going to be, but here, the Securities and Exchange Commission, Financial Accounting Standards Board, and IRS, Internal Revenue Service, are working to tighten crypto regulations and expand industry oversight. They need to look only in the U.S. 14 years after the Bitcoin Genesis block launched a profound disruption in financial services and other industries, through the rise of Bitcoin and blockchain technology, the U.S. authorities are finally becoming more interested in cryptocurrency's future and economic impact. On December 14, the FASB, Financial Accounting Standards Board, discussed the new accounting and disclosure requirements for entities holding crypto assets in financial statements. Following an agenda consultation with investors, the first in 5 years, really, the proposed rules are expected to be issued in the first half of 2023. A few days earlier, the SEC, which has been a real thorn in the whole industry side for quite some time now, delivered a sample letter regarding the recent developments in the crypto markets, asking companies to consider in their disclosures the need to address crypto asset market developments in their filings generally, including the business descriptions, risk factors, and management discussion and analysis. Crypto laws changed in 2022, and they needed to because of all the shadow banking and all the implosions and all that stuff. But they are, um, you know, looking at it to legitimize it within the U.S. And good luck to you. I hope you do it intelligently, which has been missing in their past. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think about that? And then let's get on to something much more interesting. 2023 could be a rocky year for crypto venture investments, says Galaxy Research. Oh, wow. Let's see. Last year was a big one for crypto venture capital, despite multiple high-profile meltdowns and the FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt tsunami that followed. However, the funds may not flow as easily this year. Well, yeah, you take all the shadow banking away, you're not going to flow as easily. The number of deals and amount invested by venture firms into Web3 and crypto startups was a little over 30 billion in 2022, according to Galaxy Research. Galaxy's head in Firmwide Research, Alex Thorne, described it as a monster year that was only just eclipsed by 31 billion in VC investments in 2021. So 2021 was 1 billion more than last year, and we'll see what it is this year. In a report this week, Thorne said that macroeconomic and crypto market conditions led to significant investment drawdowns in the Q3 and Q4. Yes, we saw that. This will likely continue into 2023 until macro and crypto market conditions improve. The big concern there is the macro. Inflation, crazy prices. I went to McDonald's last week. I think I paid $20. It was a lot. So prices are up. Thor noted that out of the 2,900 venture deals in 2022, the fourth quarter saw the fewest deals and the lowest capital invested in 2 years. Yes, we are in a winter market. And Hopefully we can get out of it, but they're telling us something that we kind of thought. So let me know your thoughts. Yeah. Um, so let's go to the U.S. authorities. All right, we're to stay in the U.S. U.S. authorities are turning their attention to FTX's Nishad Singh, not Sam Bankman-Fried, not Caroline Ellison, but this guy, Nishad Singh. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, and prosecutors are reportedly investigating former FTX engineering director Nishad Singh for potentially having a role in defrauding investors and users. According to a January 5 report from Bloomberg, U.S. officials are looking at individuals in former FTX CEO Bankman Fried's inner circle as part of their criminal probe of the exchange's collapse. Bankman Fried, this is interesting. Bankman Fried this week pleaded not guilty to all criminal charges against him, but Caroline Ellison and FTX co founder Gary Wang reached plea deals. They're guilty, reached a deal with prosecutors in December, admitting to fraud at the company. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be drama. This is going to be very interesting. This is going to be something to watch. They said they were guilty. He says not guilty. It's kind of like one of those old, Goodfellas, Godfather type, things. He said, she said. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So, and I'm going to keep in right here on my show on the X Factor with the Crypto Hipster. I'm going to keep you up to date. I'm going to keep everybody up to date with my weekend. Um, week ending, and this is the week ending of January 6th, but it's going to be every week, almost probably. I'm going to give you an update. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So, now let's talk about, and we're going to stay with the regulators and what the SEC wants to do. We're going to talk about the SEC a little bit more right now. The SEC has filed an objection to Binance US's plans to acquire Voyager Digital. Oh boy. So you guys in Voyager thought you had a way out, but no. Let's see. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has filed a limited objection to crypto exchange Binance US's proposal of $1 billion takeover of bankrupt crypto lender Voyager Digital, citing a lack of necessary information. The limited objection was filed on January 4th, which was Wednesday, with the SEC pointing to a lack of detail regarding Binance's U.S. ability to fund the acquisition, what Binance U.S. operations would look like following the deal, and how customer assets will be secured during and after the transaction. A limited objection is similar to a normal objection, but it only applies to a specific part of the proceedings. Additionally, the regulator also wants Voyager to provide more detail on what would happen should the transaction not be consummated by April 18. In its filing, the SEC said it had already communicated its concerns with Voyager, and the lender intends to file a revised disclosure statement prior to a hearing on the matter. Okay, fun times. There's more fun times. And before we leave the U.S. and go to other places that are really, more interesting, but let's stay here. Alex Mashinsky, Celsius founder, is being sued by the New York AG, Attorney General, for allegedly hiding Celsius' dire financial condition. Okay, interesting. The New York AG, Letitia James, has filed a lawsuit against Alex Mashinsky, alleging the Celsius founder and former CEO made numerous false and misleading statements, which led to investors losing billions. In the January 5 yesterday announcement, the New York AG's office announced a lawsuit which allegedly involved defrauding investors, including more than 26,000 residents of New York State, out of billions of dollars worth of crypto. According to James, Mashinsky's actions leading up to Celsius declaring bankruptcy contributed to investor losses by misrepresenting the platform's financial condition and failing to abide by certain regulatory requirements. earlier in the week, Judge Glenn announced that the money that was in the Earn program for Celsius customers now belongs to the estate. It no longer belongs to the customers, the Earn customers, but it belongs to the estate. Um, so, fraud loss might be a way to get, your money, your losses reported for tax purposes. And, so still, this might be an avenue, for people to be able to get a reportable tax loss. But that would be a 2023 event. 2022, no, not so much. But then in 2023, you have other events that are happening, like determination of how many pennies investors are going to get on the dollar. So this is also something to continue to track, and we will continue to track that right here on the X Factor with the Crypto Hipster every week. Let me know your thoughts. Now, do we need to get out of here? This is more of a global news thing, so we're going to talk about this before we jump. Huobi confirms 20% layoffs, denies insolvency rumors. Huobi cryptocurrency exchange has confirmed plans to lay off 20% of its employees as part of the ongoing restructuring following Justin Sun's acquisition of the firm. The planned layoff ratio is about 20%, but it is not implemented yet, or right now, a representative said. Huobi has established a new organizational structure after the new shareholders have taken over. The spokesperson said, adding the firm has adjusted the business departments. This happens. It happens in TradFi, happens in companies. I worked at AIG, I worked at Prudential. They reorged all the time. People got laid off. It just happens in business. It's just adding to the contagion, but it's FUD and it's typical line of business. I wouldn't be too concerned. Now, let's go. Let's get out of the U.S. Wait, we're gonna get out of the U.S. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to France. Okay. Let's fly on the plane. Go to France. French central bank governor pushes for crypto licensing ahead of EU laws. The Bank of France's governor has called for more stringent licensing requirements for crypto companies in France, citing the current turmoil in the crypto markets. During a speech in Paris yesterday, Francois Villeroy de Gahao, I'm not French, I can't speak French, said France shouldn't wait for upcoming EU crypto laws to enact obligatory licensing for local digital asset service providers, DASPs. The European Parliament's Markets in Crypto Assets Bill, MiCA, that provides a crypto licensing regime isn't expected to come into force until sometime in 2024. According to the Bloomberg report, Villeroy addressed the country's financial industry in a speech, saying all the disorder in 2022 feeds a simple belief. It is desirable for France to move to an obligatory licensing of DASP as soon as possible rather than just registration. He may just be right. Let me know your thoughts. Okay. Let's go to Asia. Okay. Hong Kong lawmaker wants to turn CBDC into stablecoin featuring DeFi. Hong Kong authorities are looking for new designs for a central bank digital currency, now proposing to issue a CBDC in the form of a stablecoin backed by the government. Wu Jizhuang, a member of the Legislative Council of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, believes that turning the Hong Kong digital dollar, the EHKD, into a stablecoin would provide benefits for the adoption of new technologies like Web3. The option of developing an EHKD into a stablecoin has the potential to address the risks associated with virtual assets and Web3 effectively, Wu said in an interview with China Blockchain News on January 5. According to the lawbreaker, such a design of the Hong Kong digital dollar would help authorities gain investors' trust in Web3 industry and better protect users from issues like hacks. Be exciting and interesting to see how exactly that works. Let me know your thoughts. Let's go to Indonesia. Indonesia to launch national crypto exchange in 2023. As part of its reform of crypto regulation, Indonesia will create a crypto exchange in 2023. The platform is planned to be launched prior to a shift in regulatory power from Commodities to Security Authority. On January 4th, Tuesday, Wednesday, the head of Commodity Futures Trading Regulatory Agency of Indonesia, Bapepti, Dedid Nordi Atmoko, that's a handful, stated that a crypto exchange should be set up this year. The move comes as part of a broader financial reform launched in December of 2022. In accordance with the reform, in the next 2 years, the crypto oversight will be taken from Bapepti, a commodity-focused agency, by the Financial Services Authority. All right, that's that. Let's see how it goes. All right. Now, we are going to move to Middle East and Africa. First, we're going to do is talk about Israel. Israeli securities regulator moves to establish a crypto legal framework. Notice all these countries are establishing frameworks. It's good. Before there was no framework, but they're building frameworks for their countries. So it's an adoption thing. It's good to have adoption. It's good to have countries take crypto seriously. You should have been doing that all along. And legitimizes what I do, which is great. So the Israeli Securities Authority proposes a framework for regulating digital assets as an increasing number of Israel investors are exposed to digital assets, and over 150 companies operate in Israel. The regulator released a proposal in January this week, outlining its purpose to achieve the double value of responding to the risks associated with investing in digital assets alongside giving the authority means to adopt the regulation. The authority has established multiple committees over the past several years to examine and regulate the issuance of cryptocurrencies and promotes the development of digital markets in Israel. The latest committee was tasked with examining the authority's policy on investment products and digital assets. Cool. Moving forward, Israel usually does really good stuff in, following, and creating new investments, new innovations, and they do a great job over there. So it's interesting, and we're going to be following that and tracking that throughout the year. So let's go to Morocco. Morocco finalized crypto regulatory framework. See a common theme here? Morocco may see its first crypto bill introduced in the following days. The document is already written by the central bank and will be discussed with the industry stakeholders. Late last month, during the press release, the governor of Morocco's central bank, Bank Al Maghrib, BAM, Abdullah Johani, announced a series of discussions between the BAM and the market participants. Regulators such as the Moroccan Capital Markets Authority, the Insurance Supervisory Authority, and Social Security will also participate. It will precede the implementation of crypto law. They've collaborated with the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank while working on the document, and they contacted central banks of France, Sweden, and Switzerland to study their regulatory experience with digital assets. Studying Switzerland is a really good idea. They seem to be ahead, one of the countries ahead in the world in that. So amazing stuff. But this show's not all about regulatory. This show's about fun stuff too. So we're going to talk about Bonk. Let's talk about Bonk. Okay. I tried to buy it. I couldn't get an exchange to buy it, and the fees were astronomical for the amount that I wanted to buy it, but people have bought. So let's talk about it. Bonk token goes bonkers as traders chase after high yields in the Solana ecosystem. Yeah, there's been like it's 100x so far. It's crazy. So good for them. Bonk, a meme token modeled after Shiba Inu, that launched on December 25th, is skyrocketing, and some traders believe the token's trading volume is potentially driving Solana's price up. Over the past 48 hours, the Solana price has gained 34%. And in the past 24 hours, Bonk has climbed 117%. That's 11.7x. according to data from CoinMarketCap. While the wider crypto market remains suppressed, traders are hoping that Bonk could present new opportunities during the downturn. According to the project's website, Bonk is the first dog token on the Solana blockchain. Initially, 50% of the token supply was airdropped to Solana users with a mission to remove toxic Alameda-style token economics. The airdrop resulted in more than $20 million in trading volume during added to the Solana decentralized exchange Orca. I support you guys. One of the reasons that I and others were not too thrilled with the Solana before was there was a lot of VC capital. A lot of VC, some VCs made videos laughing at other people. It's not fun. It's not fun to be laughed at. And there are a lot of people in the world who are building awesome projects and awesome NFT and awesome everything on Solana. And this coin is for the community of Solana and to help to get together, to build the community, to reach your future, to build the dreams. And you know what? As a crypto enthusiast, I fully support that. I fully support that. I don't like VCs coming in, shilling a coin and then dumping it. I like the communities being able to use their tokens and then build using blockchain technology. And it's very important that these people win. So I couldn't buy Bonk, but I fully support that what you're doing, and very cool. And I wish you the best of luck. And let me know your thoughts. Okay. Last but not least, we're talking about an arrest. Mutant apes. Mutant apes are kind of spin off of Bored Apes. The Mutant Ape Planet creator was arrested in New York for allegedly a $2.9 million NFT fraud. That's not so good. The developer of Mutant Ape Yacht Club knocked off collection Mutant Ape Planet has been arrested in New York and charged with defrauding investors $2.9 million in a rug pull scheme. The arrest took place on January 4th, JFK Airport in New York, with Homeland Security agent Yvonne J. Arvello alleging that French national Aurélien Michel perpetrated a rug pull scheme and stole nearly $3 million from investors for his own personal use. Own personal use. That's been a theme. Purchasers of Mutant Ape Planet NFTs thought they were investing in a trendy new collectible, but they were deceived and received none of the promised benefits. You got to do more than promise. I mean, you got to show. This guy promised, it didn't show, but he rugged. So not cool. IRS service agent Thomas Federoso was quoted in the press release from the Department of Justice as saying Michelle defrauded investors by making false representations of, amongst other things, giveaways, tokens with staking features, and merchandise collections. But he withdrew the funds once the NFTs were sold out. Yeah, you got to be careful who you trust. We learned that this year. So I wish the holders the best in recovering that. Hope you do. And we're going to be covering hot topics as well as crypto around the world. And you're going to receive my analysis and my insights and my thoughts. My thoughts might not agree with yours, but hey, I'm happy to have conversations where we agree to disagree or we disagree to agree. I'd love to see this industry get cleaned up because I plan to be here for a long time. And again, this is the first week of the new year. Happy New Year. Hopefully it's an amazing new year. Hopefully we have a lot more better news in 2023. We make 2023 a remarkable success for everybody or almost everybody. I'll see you next week. Thank you very much for listening and have a wonderful week. And we'll see you again next Friday.